Hello everyone and welcome back to EverymanHYBRID Explained by Nightmind. We are on part 5. We are watching the part 4 and 5 re-upload special. And now we are on part 5. Because last time I did not watch the full thing because this is like a 3-hour long video and I thought that would just be a little too long to do. If you guys hear any sort of like weird loud noises or something, there's construction going on outside my house. Just for the record, if you guys hear anything. I was gone for a period of time and I'm back. I had a sore throat and I burned my tongue and I was very miserable. So I am back and hopefully get back into the swing of things and record regularly, hopefully. But anyways, a lot of you are not subscribed yet, but if you are not already subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel grow, and I would love to have you on the channel. Would love to have you here. And also hit that notification bell to be notified when I do upload. I typically upload my videos at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is Chicago time if you do not know. Anyways, let us begin.
The next video to be uploaded is called Dead End with a Pulse, in which Vinny and Jeff review all the information they have regarding their situation. This involves going through their old notebook of video plans for the fitness and nutrition idea. Apparently, there was a plan for a follow-up video to the hiking lesson recorded, but it was never made, and the previous hiking video wasn't released in full due to how much activity occurred around that time. While playing with the rocking horse from Corinthal storage, Jeff has a breakthrough.
Sorry for pausing in the middle of him talking. Again, full credit to Nightmind for this. And I don't know, how, because it was, like, told to me that, it kind of, comes and goes of how much is explained and how much of it is just, like, told and how much of it is just videos and stuff like that. So how well I'm going to be able to react to this stuff is going to be, So bear with me, please. If I'm not talking so much or I'm not reacting so much, it is because if there's not much for me to react to, I can't really help it. I'm gonna do my best. Anyways, sorry for interrupting.
Doctor's wife, Mary Ann, is still alive. Jeff met her down south while he was investigating the first Corinthal document he found, and they haven't even tried talking to her. Jeff calls the old gated community she lived in and finds that Mary Ann left a while ago. However, the woman Jeff speaks to on the phone says that Mary Ann was planning to go home to New Jersey, where she and her husband would work on fixing historic homes. The final news article about Dr. James Corinthal, the guys found in the Hamilton Public Library, mentions the area around Baldpate as being his hideout from police. The strangest occurrences involving the guys at Baldpate took place in run-down historic homes, exactly the kind that an elderly couple would live in and restore as a retirement project. With all of this information together, it becomes clear the EMH guys finally have a lead. It's a stretch, but it's the best clue they've gotten in a while. Jeff packs his things while Vinny recites their new plan. He's going to charge the cameras and unload the memory cards, print out directions, and just get them ready to go to Baldpate. Jeff will go explain everything to Evan, take him back to the house, and they'll head off together.
Hold on.
We next see Jeff outside Evan's house in his car, reading a text message telling him to enter around the back.
I can't pause anymore with my spacebar. I don't know what I did. I did something.
Evan! Dude, we got something.
Oh no. This is the bad.
Evan! Steph!
Audio removed for content ID possibility. It was I can't decide Scissor Sisters. Yeah, I removed
Evan!
that
What are you doing,
song
man?
as well.
Yeah, fuck this, man. I'm going to Vince. I'll call you when you stop screwing around. Fuck!
Oh, Jeff.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh, no. I'm trying to talk over it because I don't want it to get copyright.
He's got you, man.
There are 2 points I want to make about this before continuing. First, did you notice who this guy was when Jeff went upstairs? This would be Nick, Habit's failed experiment who was sent to fight Evan and died at his hands. The other point I'd like to mention isn't too obvious. Do you remember this footage of Jeff walking through Evan's basement with blood on his hand? It's the same exact clip featured in Habit's montage from 24 Months, a video that was released 11 days before this one. Again, Habit showed us footage that seems to be from the future, and this entire segment from Jeff's camera is brought to us by Habit too, according to the next bit of action. On April 9th, Vinny tweets, "I held out as long as I could. Haven't heard from the boys. I'm done sitting around. Going to Evan's soon." Dead End with a Pulse was uploaded on March 31st as a complete video, with footage from Vinny's camera in his basement and footage from Jeff's at Evan's house. It's not possible for Vinny or Jeff to have uploaded what was recorded at Evan's. Jeff's camera was still with him that exact night, and Vinny is only now going to try tracking him down over a week later. Vinny uploaded everything from his camera in his basement leading up to seeing Jeff out of the house, and he did it relatively quickly. Remember, he was about to dump the memory card for their trip to Baldpate. So, not only did Habit show us footage from the future, he continued to do the impossible by attaching what Jeff recorded to the end of a finished video that Vinny already posted online. The full video couldn't have been uploaded by Habit pretending to be Vinny either. He could have used the guy's normal formatting for the title to trick us into thinking it's their upload, but Vinny's tweet lets us know he is aware that we know about the progress they just made. His tweet reveals he's talking to an audience that has seen Dead End with a Pulse, a video he uploaded, and that his audience is actively waiting, just like he is, for new developments. But he's held out as long as he could and hasn't heard from the boys, so he's going to do something about this. On April 10th, the very next day, Vinny uploads Not Dead Yet, a video that shows he did go to Evan's house. Vinny goes inside the house armed with a flashlight after finding the back door is wide open. He heads down to the basement where there's something to be discovered.
I want some Reese's now. It was just Easter not too long ago. I didn't have any Reese's eggs.
This is for your friends. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Jeff.
Jeff has some big feet. Maybe those are normal size feet.
I gotta get out of
I
here.
don't know. What's the average male shoe size?
Vinny makes his way back upstairs until hearing a noise in another room. Upon investigating, he comes across Slender Man and runs outside, jumping into his car and driving off immediately. Back on Twitter, activity shows in the form of a new break-in by Habit. Don't tell Vinny. On Jeff's back, a message. Green Feathers, +7. Soon after, the guy's old friend Green Feathers tweets out, "I received an email containing coordinates earlier this week. I found something I think may be important. The YouTube link leads to a video on Greenfeather's own channel. He explains that the coordinates led him to this spot in the woods where he finds a ladder built into a tree.
Right.
What the fuck?
How's about you come down there, brother?
Oh shit.
Watch your step, man. Now you got a little bit of
Holy shit.
Does everyone just own a camera?
You know, you're pretty clever, man. Finding your way out here, finding the stash I left for you. Very resourceful. I like that. Very clever.
I don't want any trouble, man.
Don't worry. I'm not here to hurt you, Green. I'm here to talk. Here's what I want to talk about. What you got in your hand right there? What is it? Take a look at it. You know what that is?
It's a knife.
It's a knife. It's a knife. Yeah. See what's inside of it? That's called paper. That's a note for you, and I think what you left all over the ladder there, that's ink ribbon. Those are all for you, Green. Don't worry about it now. I want you to take all this shit that you collected today on your little solo adventures in the woods, and I want you to share it with your friends. You think you can do that for me, Green? I said, do you think that you can do that for me, Green?
Yeah, man, yeah.
That's all I want. I just want fucking acknowledgement. Good. Then you have a good day, man.
So that's just confirmation that Habit
I
wants
keep that
everyone to
knife.
know.
Because sooner or later, you'll be seeing me again, and I'll have one of my own. Probably about yay big. Just warning you.
A
I'm pretty good
machete,
with 'em.
probably?
Get ready, son. See you later.
Evan really isn't looking too good. He's had his moments of seeming a bit off kilter, but this really tops everything before it. In fact, with the setup that brought Greenfeathers here and the purple duct tape on that knife, you might wonder if Evan is really himself at all. With everything that's gone on lately, Evan might have finally cracked. And what is it that Greenfeathers found besides that knife anyway? A Corenthal document dated 11/12/1990 and a scrap from an ink ribbon with a long message. The ink ribbon was part of a set completed by the rabbits from Habit's trials. On May 26th, he announced extra innings and instructed all remaining rabbits to email him a physical mailing address at which they received a piece of the ink ribbon. The Corenthal document from 1990 is another journal entry detailing nightmares he experiences. Most of them are of horrible things being done to his dead children, but the most recent involves Linny again. Linny is traveling on foot in the woods of Pennsylvania reading a letter. After finishing, she makes her way to a small country motel, the Logan Inn. Next, Corenthal sees Linny among the ruins of a dilapidated brick building which looks like an old school. She is chased upstairs by an unseen monster that closes in on her, and before Corenthal can see it, the dream ends. The next day, Dr. Corenthal managed to track down the Logan Inn, which was in Pennsylvania, and asked about his daughter. No one had seen her. Corenthal's dream lines up with what we know of Linny in the current timeline. The guys found a dead girl in the remains of an old school who was killed by the rake during the video cops checked no body. In her hand was a letter that Vinny read in the following video, Ashen Waste.
First off, the name is smeared out with what looks like blood. I'm heading east. You wouldn't believe it. Someone else knows about the doctor. Bless his soul, it will be such a relief to finally figure out what happened to him those few years ago. Spent last night in the Logan Inn. Tomorrow, I'm heading into New Jersey to finally contact this group. They show a lot of promise. I'll find you and the others, if they can finally help us. Stay safe, we'll make it out. Linny.
This final document concerning Linny confirms her identity as the dead girl from the school. Somehow, she's in the same iteration cycle as the guys and has already failed in her unknown mission by the time they find her. It's unknown who the original Lenny was looking for, but the current version was trying to find the Everyman Hybrid guys and died retracing her exact steps. Talking about her discovery with William, heading off on her own, stopping at the Logan Inn, and dying in the burned-out school. The other document concerning Green Feathers, the completed ink ribbon, details a Corinthal journal from 1980. Corinthal writes about the near-death experience of Stephanie, who had a serious overdose in the home while in the presence of Evan. After emergency services saved Stephanie's life, Corinthal questioned his children about what exactly took place. Evan had smirked at him and said, "Maybe it's best that she just stays quiet. Maybe it's for the better." The doctor had asked him what he meant by that and was told, "Maybe it's just better, so she won't overdose again." The next bit of activity picks up on the Everyman Hybrid channel when Vinny uploads a video titled The Property. After failing to find Jeff or Evan, his only decision is to follow the lead that Jeff uncovered and check out the houses at Baldpate Mountain. He goes into a house with signs of fire damage and tries to turn on a flashlight but finds it isn't working.
I'm just kind of feeling my way across the wall, guiding my way wherever the hell I am. Shit. Alright, well, that was my head, which just so graciously found me a door. Okay. And those are spiders. Whoa. I hate spiders. Okay, I found a light switch which probably will not Okay. What the fuck is going on? This is my bathroom. What? Okay. This is my bathroom. That is Jeff's pantry. So here, I'm in my bathroom. Now I'm in Jeff's pantry. Okay. And that is a clean cut. Well. Alright. I am very afraid to see what's behind this door. Sort of makes sense, Jeff's house. Alex. Alex? Didn't even know there were doors here. Okay. Let's try and get out of here. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. There it is again. Alex! Is that you? It's gone.
Vinny pulls back the curtain to see that he's now in his bathroom. Again. But outside the door, he finds himself on the second floor of Evan's house.
Evans. Upstairs. Okay. It's the last time I follow voices. Hi. Fuck.
Vinny manages to pick himself up off the floor and realizes that he's back in his own basement. But there's an odd detail that just isn't right.
The only thing that doesn't seem to fit is... looks like one of Steph's paintings. That's weird. Okay. What's that? Do I really want to... What the fuck is this?
We're here to show you that you don't need those ridiculously
that?
expensive gym passes and harsh regimens to maintain a healthier, happier lifestyle. We want to show you that there's
Okay.
sort of a yin and yang.
I'm in Steph's
between mental and
apartment.
physical health. So we decided why not make a video of love.
Hello?
We put 1 or 2 out every week or so. And we'd love to hear from you if you have comments or questions. You can reach us at twitter.com/everyman.
Hello? Is anybody back here?
And from Stephanie's apartment, Vinny walks into Evan's basement. He looks around for a bit before finding some papers on the floor and grabs them.
Keep that.
It's an iteration.
Oh, shit. Get the hell in here.
Vinny, Sean, let me help you up. Come here. All right. There we go. A little wobbly on your feet, huh? Here's a seat right over here. God, it's good to see you. Here, take a seat. There you go. All right, take a look around. Here's my Eden. My little heaven in this hell. This hell that we call life right now. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? I can't even tell you how I created it. I've carved away at it. It's taken me years. I think it was more from the wanting it than from working it, but it's here. And God bless, so are you. God, it's good to see you.
I think that's the
What's
doctor,
dangerous?
but I forget.
This place, this is like an inner sanctum to the monster sanctuary. These monsters, these things, they can't get in. They've gotten in before. I've kicked them out. It's hard to go. It takes a lot, but I've kicked them out. This time I know they'll be coming full force because they're after you, son. They want you, so you're not going to be able to stay here very long. This is very, very temporary for you. So when you start feeling a little bit better, we're going to have to get you out of here. And don't worry. Your sister, your brother, and me, we'll hold down the fort. There's one thing you got to know, son. And this is important no matter where you go. Remember this. I'm pretty sure, I know in the deepest of my hearts, they cannot beat us. I'm still here. You're still here. We're kicking and screaming. So, just remember that when you go. I'll tell you, when they come for me, they don't have to make an appointment because the doctor, he's in.
Yeah, that's the doctor.
Let's go. Vinny, son, listen to me. You meet these things. Do not trust them. Do not hunt them. Do not try to kill them. Better yet, you duck your head and run the other way. You understand me, son?
Yeah, not a problem.
Listen, kids. You're safe for now. I've got to go, but you're staying here. I love you, son. Goodbye, and good luck.
So, that was a lot to take in, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it really was.
Let's start from the beginning of Vinny's departure from the basement.
Okay.
In case you didn't catch it, that was Stephanie, Evan, Jeff, and Vinny around Evan's table. Impossible, of course, because Vinny is standing on the stairs filming them, but they're still there. The distortion effect we see here is reminiscent of the first appearance of Dr. James Corenthal, back when we saw him in the storage facility. And it is Dr. Corenthal we see next rescuing Vinny from Slenderman.
Okay.
Through the doctor's
Sounds
words,
right.
we learn that Vinny is in another realm, the Monster Sanctuary. In his time here, Dr. Corenthal has somehow created an inner sanctum, a pocket of the realm to call his own. He also knows the monsters are after Vinny and they want him very badly. An interesting piece Corenthal relates is how Vinny's brother and sister are helping him hold down the fort. It's unknown what that means, but it's clear Corenthal is not alone in this place. He can also apparently move in and out of it at will, taking Vinny from his personal inner sanctum back to Baldpate Mountain. The paper Vinny grabbed reveals a bit more about what's happening here. He puts a link to the file in the video description. Pictures of the document, still clear enough to read the message. It's actually written by Marianne Corenthal in an attempt to reach her husband on another plane. After the final incident from the newspaper clipping surrounding the restaurant massacre, Marianne received a call from her husband informing her of the situation and their next steps. Before engaging in the emergency protocol they had discussed, Marianne collected the last of his personal items from the police who had searched his car after disappearing. Among the items was a picture of him and Evan from a long time ago at a water park. Marianne, according to instruction, gathered some things from a chest in the attic at their home which had been prepped for emergency situations. She then broke into one of the old homes at Baldpate Mountain they had hoped to one day own and restore together as a retirement project, carrying out her mission. For some reason, in the event of total chaos in his investigations, Corenthal had instructed his wife to do something specific in one of the houses in the area, among other mystery directions. Things go silent once again on all fronts for a while. It's only on October 9th that anything new appears. A very special double feature. A director's cut, in fact. And now, before we dive into the next two videos called Moving In and Smiley Face respectively, it is highly advised that this explanation video is paused to watch both entries in full on the actual Everyman Hybrid channel if you have not already done so. The next two videos are known as the first major crown jewel of the series among fans and are usually shown to get others interested in the series due to their strength. If you have not seen them, you will be doing yourself an injustice by watching my highlights instead. I implore you, watch the full videos. You will not be disappointed. These two screenshots can be clicked on to access the videos, and if you're on a device that doesn't provide that function, links have been placed in the video description below. Remember, watch Moving In first and the smiley face icon video immediately after. Then return to me here and skip to the time displayed to bypass the highlights fly-through so we can resume our discussion. Otherwise, I'm going to play the significant portions with slight jump cuts until the event is through. Again, if you haven't seen these yourself or just don't remember them fully, go watch the real deal first and then come back here.
We've already seen it in the Everyman Hybrid reaction that I did.
This table is mine. You don't touch the table. You don't even look at the fucking table. You don't touch it. You don't look at it. You don't grab none of this. You got it? Unless I specifically ask you to. Dig? Alright, Daddy-O, next. Come here, come here. Now, currently I got the squatters sitting in here. They're over in the corner. Yeah, don't worry about it. But I'm gonna clear those out for poor little devils. This is where the magic is gonna fucking happen, kid. See that floodlight? I want that floodlight plugged in over there in that corner. You got it? Now, the floodlight goes out, you plug it back in. Where I want you to aim the floodlight is right here at this kiddo chair. That's where little Jeffers is gonna be. That's where I'm gonna call him up. Mostly. I'll probably be all over the place, honestly, here and there on the floor. Just try to follow as best you can. You got it? Okay. Keep that camera on us. Don't look at the corners. Don't look at the doors like you're doing now. Don't look at... Fucking pay attention. You think I'm gonna fucking pre-play? Can I come in?
Who's behind me?
Not so much of a who, more of a what. And as to what it is, hell, I'm not even really sure what makes it tick, but it does its job pretty well. You can consider it just a cameraman, okay? So how are we feeling? We feeling good? Feeling sassy? No? I can understand you being disgruntled. I can understand you being a little bit disappointed, being taken out of the game. You were close to some sort of clue or something, I guess. Not really, but you were trying, and that's what counts. See, that's what's great about you, man. It's also the reason that you're gonna die. But, fuck it. You're smart. Yeah, you're clever. Now, he fucking hates that. I love it. Kind of. But see, you're a thinker. You watch and you learn. And you figure out puzzles and shit. Evan, he's just an animal. He just runs in. He doesn't care what the fuck's going on. He's an idiot. Vinny, well, he's more of a leader, more of a visionary, more of trying to keep everybody moving, keep the ball rolling, keep everybody together, safe. You want to figure it all out. But that's not all there is to you, is there? So I hope you understand that that's why we can't let you live.
Why wait till now?
An excellent question. Again, see, you're smart and shit. I love it. Why wait till now? How many people have you lost? How many bodies have we taken from you? All torn apart. A few, more than a few. Doesn't matter. Wounds to the heart. They never heal. That's why we waited. We wanted to pulverize you. Punish you. Wanted to make y'all squishy. It was, you could think, his attempt to break you. That stick in the mud. See, he hates that he can't control you. He can control lots of people. I don't know if you knew that. Not you. No. Not you. Not Steph. Not Cornthal. That's why he punishes them. Takes everything from them. Children. Family. Friends. Pets. Well, that was really his department, but still. They can't get to you. Something about you just fights it. Now,
I love Habit.
now it's time to break you for real.
What else do you have to take? else do I have?
You'd be surprised at what I can take from you.
Everyone okay? No? I imagine not. And that's alright. It hurt a little bit to watch that, didn't it? But for what it's worth, we should have seen this coming. They should have seen this coming. We all should have seen the signs. Every last one of them. Evan, Evan, Evan. It's always been Evan. The knives, the anger, the purple duct tape across his mouth as he walked through the background of a live stream. The image of Evan sprinting across the street behind Stephanie and Jessa when you knew he didn't belong there. And isn't it funny how Evan just happened to wake up right around the time something appeared at the bottom of the stairs during the guy's first major live stream? When there were only 3 people in the house and 2 of them were on camera, there was only one person who could have snuck into the backroom place, and we all knew who it was. The Twitter account for EverymanHYBRID that all 3 of the guys had instant access to as well, so easily broken into by Habit. And why? Because Habit was sitting among them all along. Even since the Fairmount Children's Hospital days, Habit has been there with Evan, looming over him like a shadow, and we learned it from the very first document. Habit gets his own Twitter account, and at the same time, Evan gets a personal laptop. Hidden cameras get mounted in the homes of all 3 of the guys, a feat only manageable by someone who knows the layout of all of them, and they still wonder how it happens? Habit manages to get his hands on Evan's Bioshock 2 t-shirt, Alex's hat, and rip up the document copies Jeff had. Only someone who could have moved around as easily as the homeowners themselves could pull that off. And who else but Evan would manage it when he's that close to Jeff and Alex? The guys encounter a deer in the woods, and who kills it so viciously that he gets blood on everyone? Evan. Habit shows us a group discussion between a super conscious version of the guys with Evan in handcuffs talking about what he learned from the habit. Evan gets close enough to Stephanie to learn her blog password, and suddenly it becomes inhabited. And at the end, when Jeff finally starts to put things together, he tells Alex to stop hanging out with Evan. The evidence has been here. It's always been here. And the most brilliant part about it all? This was a reveal over 2 years in the making, set up from the get-go in the first Morse code video. Habit let us watch the crew actually get older, let us become close to them, learn who they are as people, and grow attached. He let us become friends with the hybrid guys, experience their troubles and loss alongside them. And when we were all thoroughly, fully invested, on December 24th, 2012, on Christmas Eve, he sends the following video to Vinny.
I do think that the music Nightmind put in instead of the Frank Sinatra music is a little bit more ominous and fitting.
Oh, thank you. This was almost Daniel's last Christmas.
Smell that.
God, motherfucker. Really? Okay. Okay, motherfucker, let's do it. Come on.
What's going on?
I don't know who the fuck these people are, but I think they're after me,
and that's why they're here. Okay? I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Come on. Let's get you downstairs. Let's get you to the car. Let's get the... All right, take a deep breath. I want you to come into the room. The kitchen. Let you have a seat. What the fuck? I know, I was gonna warn you about that. Why'd you invite me here? Dan, I didn't know that.
Why do all their kitchens look the same?
It's a little inconvenient, don't you think? Who are they? Well, they're not professional with how they set up this fucking kill room, that's for damn sure. Look at that, it's messy. Oh, you're serious? You know that thing that's been following us, Dan? Yeah? Well, you know, sometimes when he's really after something, he'll send his dogs.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So you're trying to say he's after me?
I don't know. I mean, I sure hope not. I doubt it. I think he was probably after us, and honestly, you just got caught in a crossfire. I mean, think about it legitimately. He's been after us for how long now, you know? Yeah. But the important part is that you're safe. You're in good hands. Are you okay? Are you all right? Yeah, you seem a little bit not hurt or anything, are you? No. Okay, you sure you didn't get you? How's your breathing? Is your breathing okay? Oh, what's that, a knife? Yeah, you should get that knife. Oh, no, what happened? Give you a little bit of air.
I can't tell if it's satisfying to hear that camera sound or if it's not, because it kind of is a little satisfying, but at the same time it's a little annoying.
Well, it's about goddamn time. Come on over here. I've got an idea. I said stop crawling. Ah, fuck it, he's not gonna make a fire. We're gonna have ourselves a little Jeff kebab. A little bit of a barbecue. Is he out there? Good. Yeah, he is. Good, good, good. It's beautiful out here.
They really liked you, Dan. Let's cut it off.
I know that you want to die. But you're not going to. Not yet. Not until you hear her break. He's all yours.
Well, this sucks.
gotta clean all that up now.
What can we learn from this? Well, Habit has killed Daniel. He has killed Stephanie and the baby she had with Evan. He may have covered Jeff in gasoline and watched him burn to death, although Slenderman's presence does suggest Habit was just taunting him, making him close in on the belief he was about to lose his property. After all, Slenderman and Habit haven't been getting along too well. Do you remember this particular instance of hidden footage during Ryan and the 7 Trials of Habit?
Strong man, but you gotta remember who brought you these little fish. You gotta remember that whatever I want, I get. Whatever I want. If I want their fucking blood, then I will take it. There ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. You may scare Evan, but he's just a bitch. Not me. I will fuck you up the next chance I get. Now, let's talk about these little fishes.
Evan?
Yeah? Jeff?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How you doing? I didn't see you there. I was just talking out loud.
Now that we know Habit has been using Evan as his host body, we can determine he was having an argument with his business partner during this particular moment. Whether the little fish Habit is referring to are the EMH crew or his newly acquired rabbits isn't something we can determine, but it seems that Habit's partnership with the tall man is deteriorating. There would be nothing worse Habit could do to Slenderman out of vengeance, it seems, than to slaughter a piece of his collection directly in front of him and make a full spectacle of it in the act. But then Habit could still be working with Slenderman and was just pulling his leg with the threat of burning Jeff alive while leaving us to believe he is dead. As for the beginning segment of the video, Habit's approach to the house, it's clear from what Habit tells Daniel that these zombies in and around the house aren't his doing. They're Slenderman's dogs, which he sends when he's after something. Habit is attacked by one downstairs because Slenderman feels threatened by Habit's actions. He knows Habit has Jeff, and he knows what's happening to him. Because of this, it's time to protect what belongs to him, as Habit has broken their agreement. Regarding the case of Alex being upstairs, he might have been remade somehow as one of Slenderman's dogs. This isn't entirely clear. We don't know what happens to victims of Slenderman outside of the garbage bags full of organs. What we do know for sure is Habit's take on the situation. He must feel comfortable with how things are going because he declares this the beginning of the final act in the show he's directing. The next video appears on February 23rd under the title, Wake Up.
Like I was just cuddling a pumpkin. Oh, I just broke it.
What? Okay. Fuck. Down, fucker. Sit up. Fucking unlocked. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Locked in a house. Yep. Locked in a fucking house. Doesn't look abandoned. Okay. Locked in a house. Not abandoned. I'm in a town. I'm in a fucking town. I don't know where. Definitely not abandoned. Why does that feel familiar?
Evan. Oh, I do feel bad for Evan, though.
Why does this feel familiar? And why does it not feel good? What did I do here? I was here. What did I do? What did I do? No. Okay. I remember this. I remember this. What did I do here? Remember. No, shut. Shut. I came in. I touched my hand. Oh. Whose house was this? Because they're not here anymore. What did I do? No. Oh, no. I remember you. I remember this door. I remember that doorknob. I remember this. I remember screaming. I remember blood. I remember. No. You don't see shit. I remember. I did this. What is it?
Once again, his acting is phenomenal. Though a little temperamental.
You know, I can remember it like it was a dream, where you don't remember everything. You remember pieces and you're not sure if they're the right ones.
I love the way he words it too.
I can remember Jeff. I can remember him begging. I can remember Steph. I can remember her crying. I can remember my baby. I can remember her crying. I can remember her bones against my teeth. I can remember the fire. I can remember this house. people who lived here.
Mhm.
They don't matter. Just people. I can remember, what he would say in here and out to them. I can remember what I was feeling. Scared. I can remember what they look like in there. I can remember it. I can see it. I can remember it. And she's decorations on the wall. She's everywhere. She's on the ceiling and across. There's so much. And he is... he's gone. Charred, boiled flesh. All the life is gone. No more light. No more thinking. No more remembering. I'm going to kill myself tomorrow.
Heaven won't let you do that.
And how am I gonna kill myself tomorrow? How? I'll tell you how. The woods. I'll find it, crawling and digging through the dirt, and I'll attack it, or it'll attack me, and we'll die. Or I'll die. Fighting. Bloody. And in a lot of pain. But not more than I deserve. Thank you. Everybody. But I think this monster's had enough.
It's Vin. You can't see me, but I was upstairs and I heard a noise from down here, and I don't know, it just really spooked me. I guess. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck?
Still got that knife on you, Benny?
What? What the fuck? What is this? Fucking hard drive. Fuck this. Alright, so it took a second to calm down, and then I plugged in the hard drive, and there was one file on it, and it was a video. And I have that queued up right now, and I guess we're gonna watch it.
Daytime. I'm gonna leave. What's that? Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Is this one gonna hold me? That's all you wanted out of me, huh? You just wanted me to see him. Okay. Well, I saw him. You did it. And now I'm done.
What is he have all those knives attached to him?
Is that you skittering little fuck? Huh? Here I am. Ready as ever. Come on.
Finally, Night Mind.
The next video arrives on March 6th titled L'Esprit de l'Escalier, a French term that describes thinking of the perfect comeback when it's already too late. Vinny sees Evan outside the house and says he's been standing there for about 2 hours, ringing the doorbell and knocking. Vinny has tried calling 911 but keeps getting rejected service. He's taken a heavy pipe wrench and finally opens the door, facing Evan for the first time since being openly inhabited.
What are you doing here, Evan?
He's embarrassing me.
What? Evan, do you know what you've done?
What did I do, Evan? Tell me, what did I do?
I saw you. I saw the video. I saw you kill our friend.
So we killed our friend. You saw me do it. But do I look like it? Do I look like I just spent the past fucking month murdering everyone I love? Is that what I look like to you?
Get back. Back away. Evan.
I look fine. I look fucking peachy, don't I? Say yes I do.
Yeah, you do.
Jesus fucking Christ. Does it look like I've suffered at all?
No.
Does it look like anything has changed? No! Just this shit. And this. I wasn't even wearing. He changed, he put it on. He put it on.
What? Who put it on you, Evan? What the hell are you talking about?
I think they're trying to prove a point, man. Because you see, no matter what I did, I couldn't go to sleep! It tore at me, and I tore at it. I held its fucking head in my hands. Vinny, I held its head in my hands, and do you know what it did? It gnashed at me. It just kept talking. And its body kept fucking moving. Hit me in the stomach. And my fucking intestines fell out. Does it look like they fucking fell out? No! Because nothing changed, Vinny.
How is that even possible, Evan? That's not even possible.
Why don't I have scars, Vin? Why don't I have scars on my arm? Where did they go? This shit doesn't heal like that. They won't let me. They won't let me go.
I don't think they're gonna let any of us go, Evan.
Vinny, I tried.
Tried whatever.
I tried to keep you safe.
I don't think anything's gonna do it at this point, brother.
I'm sorry.
Evan attempted to die fighting the rake. He wanted it to kill him, and apparently he succeeded. The rake did disembowel him, but somehow Evan survived and came back in one piece. According to Roger Palladino's notes on Habit's power, it may be that Evan works so well as a host body that Habit can take full use of physical form and survive extreme wounds. But if something else is going on here, we would need the evidence for it. This may be a new iteration of Evan with his memories carried over, or it may be a fully healed version of the same Evan due to Habit's power. The next video is an anniversary piece, March 21st.
Alright, so Evan's been here for a week or two now, and I don't know. Just making sure he's not coming down the stairs. And I've had a pretty crazy day the last couple of days, and I kind of want your feedback on it. I mean, we're not getting anywhere. We're not learning anything, and I feel like we're just sitting ducks at this point. I know it sounds crazy, but I think we should try and summon the thing that takes over Evan.
Such a bad idea.
I mean, he at least talks. It's better than nothing, right? I don't know. What do you guys think, honestly?
Bad.
Am I nuts?
Yeah.
I think I may have found exactly what I was looking for when I went to the bookstore. I found a book, which first of all, I thought was weird. The only reason I picked it up was because some jackass employee sent me down to the wrong aisle, and then in the middle of the aisle, I find an old book in a new bookstore. So I thought that was weird. And I picked it up, and I'm leafing through pages. And right here on page 188, I see something called Specific Entity Summoning, which basically tells me all about how to summon a specific entity, how to take it just out of wherever it is and bring it to you, which I thought was crazy. But there's also some other things in here that are crossed out, and someone has written in different instructions, which I don't even know what to make of that, but we have something. We have something.
Vinny and Evan get to work quickly in the next video, a summoning. Evan obeys the instructions from the book, standing in a pose for an hour and 7 minutes wearing exotic clothing. Vinny, standing by, experiences the effects of the ritual without warning, being warped into the house Habit used for his murders. He takes the camera and walks upstairs to the sound of music playing.
Vinny! How are you? You doing good? Feeling sassy? Alright, excellent. How did this work for you? Did it work well? Huh? Were you able to get what you needed? Did you really stand there like this for an hour? Like the Statue of Liberty playing football?
In 7 minutes.
Yeah! An hour and 7 minutes. What a fucking idiot. Well, I guess we're both idiots. Not even so much him, more so you. I mean, he's broken. he's fucked up. There's really not a lot going on up there. But you only lost a couple of your friends in some of those horrible ways possible. But you're still pretty much all there. So I can't wrap my head around why you, someone who has suffered the least. Oh, well. Save for her. Don't worry, I put a rose. I can't wrap my head around why you, of all people, would come to me. You seem to be the smartest. No? No answer for me.
I'm just looking for answers.
You're looking for answers. Oh, you're looking for answers from me?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a bad idea. Do you want me to tell you why that's a fucking bad idea? I'm sure you can imagine why it's a bad idea. In fact, do tell me, why is that a bad idea? This is why it's a bad idea. To come to you.
Gonna die?
Yep.
Yes. Because you're gonna die. Because you're gonna die. You fucking idiot. You came and knocked on my door, Vinny. You called me. I'm gonna break your arms first, then I'm gonna break your legs. And while you sit there screaming, I'm gonna disembowel you and you'll bleed to death. However, I can make it so that you bleed to death slowly. Now, that's the least creative way I have killed anybody. I mean, it's so basic and simple, but because of your stupidity, you don't get a fun death. You're not running. You're not screaming. Why do you just sit here?
You're the only one that talks. You're the only one that can answer.
Still think I'm gonna answer you fucking questions. Determined. Resolute. Stuck on the one path. I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go straight, and nothing is gonna steer me off or wrong. I like that. I like that, Vinny. You know, I need someone like that. Someone with a little bit of guts, a little bit of moxie. See, most of the people I know, most of my friends now, are either a horrible, deformed dog thing or a fucking stick in the mud who just doesn't have any taste for fun. But you do. I mean, shit. Look what you did. That's some fun shit. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you, Vin. I'm not gonna kill you. No, I'm gonna keep you around for a while. I'm gonna show you some things. Shit that would blow your fucking mind. Do you wanna know why I'm gonna do this? Say, Habit, why are you gonna do this?
Habit, why are you gonna do this?
Because I respect this. I find it brave. So, you stick around. I'll be back. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Hey, keep that, by the way, and keep it close. You never know when you might need it, alright? Pizza's in the oven. Money's on the table. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you wreck this house while I'm gone, little mister.
Wait. There's more than one roommate up. I saw it. Why?
Oh, Vinny. We might have guests.
The first stop on Habit's path to guidance is the home of Vinny's former girlfriend Lexi, who he and Evan discovered missing during Halloween hangover. Habit instructs Vinny to search Lexi's bedroom for clues and mentions that she was taking notes. Vinny ends up finding them in one of her pillowcases, and there are a lot more notes than expected.
Always wearing a black suit. Nobody notices. Holy shit.
Sounds familiar, yeah. There you go.
Saw him again today watching me in cafe. Why didn't she tell me about this?
Sure she didn't?
Yeah.
Alright.
Never ever mentioned it.
That's odd.
But this last one, found camera. That was you, wasn't it?
How dare you? When would I do such a thing? How? Why?
We know you did it to us. We saw your cameras in our houses.
I am not a monster. Oh, man. I'm not gonna say I did or didn't put cameras in her house. Because maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. But the important thing is that people put cameras in people's houses to keep tabs on them. To spy on them. Somebody was after her. Now, whether it was me or not, I think it's besides the point. It doesn't matter. At least not for your lesson today. She was being hunted, Vinny, by the same thing that was hunting you. What do you think about that?
I feel like it's my fault.
Hey,
That's fair.
that's a very big thing to say.
Yeah, it is.
Look at you.
Learning.
Why do you think it's your fault?
Because it's been following me. For way longer than I've known her.
Exactly. And then you got to know her. While being hunted by something, you willingly allowed someone else to walk into the crossfire. Is that what happened? Mm-hmm. That's right. So, in essence, it is your fault, correct?
Yep. Is this why you brought me here?
No. Not your fault. Look at me. Not your fault. You can't blame yourself for the fact that she was eaten by a monster.
That's true.
Though, it being from the inside and not the outside.
What
happened when you came here?
So many videos back to back and so little explanations.
Freudian slip.
Me and Evan walked in and I don't know, there was shit in the sink and he told me to leave.
Awesome. Shit in the sink. A bunch of black goo, right? Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, we definitely know whose trademark that is. So, we definitely know, without a doubt, that she was hunted by the big man stick in the mud. Do you know why he would go after her? And why he would start destroying her faster than he's destroyed your friends?
No. Why?
There are two kinds of people involved in this, Vinny. People on the inside and people on the outside.
It's hard to
She was a
react to
person
these
on the
videos
outside.
when I've already reacted to them.
Jesslyn was a person on the outside. What are you?
Person on the inside.
Exactly. Bingo. You're not going to be destroyed right away. You're not going to be torn apart like a cheap toy. You're not going to be rotted from the inside out. Which is what makes you useful to me. Now, more importantly than that is the reason you, Vinny, tried to protect your girl, correct?
Yeah.
By keeping yourself quite distant from her, by keeping her distant from everything else that was happening. Now, it didn't really work, but it's the thought that counts. Do you know why you did that? Because there's something very special about you. You are what we refer to as the Guardian. Tried to help her. Because you're a good person. There's something in there that we can't quite fuck with. Now, that is not useful to me and to us if you aren't able to deal with shit like this.
More people are gonna die, Vin. And it's gonna be your fault. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it gonna be your fault?
Who else is there?
The monsters, Vin. Come on. You gotta be able to live with yourself after seeing all this shit. After being involved with the deaths of all these people, you have to be okay with it. Otherwise, you're never gonna get past it. There's gonna be a lot more blood. A lot more bodies before this is all over. And you have to be okay with that. Otherwise, you'll just end up being one of them.
That's what it takes.
That's a good man. So, what do you want to do now?
I want to take these and get the fuck out of here.
Already, Habit's beginning to clue us in on things we may have been missing. Like he told Jeff earlier in the torture room, Slender Man's methods involve attacking the guys through their loved ones. He will kill the people around them first, making them weak before striking. Anyone who's on the outside is vulnerable to attack. As for the people on the inside, though, there's something about them that can't be messed with. It's time to go back to the information Habit provided us in Box 5, the Everyman play. With the events that have unfolded laid out in front of us, we can begin to interpret the message in Habit's symbolism. We have the Voyeur, the Firebrand, and the Guardian. The sequence of the play goes as follows. The Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian enter. From here, the Voyeur shall watch from an emotional distance, insisting upon maintaining their strength. The Firebrand shall disregard obvious danger and assume the role of force. The Guardian shall lose his heart and then his blood and fight to lose all he loves. The Voyeur shall remain idle to all who see, however busy he may be beneath. The Firebrand shall lead an offense as he might, only to succumb to the war within. The Firebrand shall defect and self-immolate, no longer defining the two within. The Guardian shall defy a god, only to be dealt a fatal blow, and the Voyeur shall swallow justice his sword. Their world shall perish, their world shall burn. The great flood shall wash away all the ash, readying the world for another greater cycle. In conjunction with the roles of Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian, we have the playing cards to deal with. Jeff is the Jack of Hearts. One heart has an arrow piercing it, while the other has been crossed out. Vinny is the Jack of Clubs with an eye drawn in the middle. Evan is the Jack of Spades wielding a knife and a hatchet. Stephanie is the Queen of Clubs whose face has been scribbled out. Habit is the Joker, Dr. Kornthal is the Ace, and Slender Man is the King. What we're meant to do is interpret the true roles of all characters seen in the playing cards while reconciling them with the Everyman Play's extra characters, Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian. There are a few ways to do this when it comes to what we've learned in the story. We'll go through the scenarios and logic behind them, starting with the most straightforward theory. In the beginning of the story, we had only 3 characters to truly care about and concern ourselves over: the guys. For this puzzle, it seems we're meant to stick to that because Stephanie, the Queen, has her face scribbled out. Stephanie doesn't matter. She's a non-issue. Habit has rendered her blind, deaf, mute, and censored because we're not meant to use her. That leaves us with Jeff, Vinny, and Evan. Now, if you're going for attribution of Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian, it only makes sense to pin Vinny as the Voyeur. He's the card with a giant eye drawn on it. Next to him we have Evan wielding a knife and hatchet. It's very easy to see Evan as the Firebrand. He has always disregarded obvious danger and assumed the role of force whenever possible. He's also the only character we can truly describe as facing a war within. Evan has been living with Habit inside his brain, and quite recently, he's self-immolated, no longer defining the two beings inside his one body. This leaves Jeff as the Guardian. Now, as we all just saw, Habit informed Vinny that he's the Guardian, but that just doesn't seem right whatsoever. Remember, there are 2 distinct passages about the Guardian providing the best descriptions of what he experiences. The Guardian shall lose his heart and then his blood and fight to lose all he loves. The Guardian shall defy a god only to be dealt a fatal blow. The first person in the story of Everyman Hybrid to suffer is Jeff. Jessa, his girlfriend, goes missing, and from that entire plot point, we saw how much he loved her. Jessalyn was his heart, and he lost his heart. On the Jack of Hearts card with Jeff's name written on it, one of the hearts are crossed out. It's gone. Missing. That heart has been lost. The other heart has been pierced by an arrow, a deliberate, purposeful strike, something that you can see was done intentionally, violently. After Alex lets Vinny know about the Rake's prophecies in his dreams, Slender Man kills Alex and does so in a way that we witness the fresh aftermath. This isn't a case of Alex going missing as well or disappearing. It's a very deliberate, very open killing. The Guardian shall lose his heart and then his blood, and fight to lose all he loves. Jeff lost his heart, Jessa, and then lost his brother Alex, his blood. Then, just before we see Jeff kidnapped by Habit, he becomes optimistic again, joining Vinny in the basement to reopen their investigation. After losing his heart and his blood, he kept going. And where does that lead him? Straight into the arms of Habit, who makes it very clear to Jeff that he has broken the natural flow and control of his game. The Guardian shall defy a god only to be dealt a fatal blow. What else can we describe Habit as other than a monster? A god, of course. His power is beyond anything this world knows. And what is it that Habit tells Jeff about the losses that he suffered?
How many people have you lost? How many bodies have we taken from you? All torn apart. A few, more than a few. Doesn't matter. Wounds to the heart. They never heal.
Wounds to the heart, just like we see on Jeff's playing card, just like the Guardian experiences in the play. And who created those wounds? The big bad stick in the mud, Slender Man.
That's why we waited. We wanted to pulverize you. Punish you. Wanted to make y'all squishy. It was, you could think, his attempt to break you. That stick in the mud. See, he hates that he can't control you. He can control lots of people. I don't know if you knew that. Not you. No. Not you. Not Steph. Not Cornthal. That's why he punishes them. Takes everything from them. Children. Family. Friends. Pets. Well, that was really his department, but still. They can't get to you. Something about you just fights it. Now, do you know why he would go after her? And why he would start destroying her faster than he's destroyed your friends?
No. Why?
There are two kinds of people involved in this, Vinny. People on the inside and people on the outside. She was a person on the outside. Jesselyn was a person on the outside. What are you?
Person on the inside.
Exactly. Bingo. You're not going to be destroyed right away. You're not going to be torn apart like a cheap toy. You're not going to be rotted from the inside out. Because there's something very special about you. You are what we refer to as the Guardian. Tried to help her. Because you're a good person. There's something in there that we can't quite fuck with.
And finally, about that name for the role, the Guardian. After losing Jessa, Jeff fought to find her and get her back. Then, when he realized she was dead, he tried very hard to protect his brother, Alex. During signs of danger, he told Alex to stand back, to stay away. When Jeff realized Evan might be dangerous, he told Alex to stop hanging out with him. And beyond all that, Jeff tried to protect Jessa too, even before she disappeared. Do you remember the necklace he showed us way back during one of the live streams? He said he planned to give it to Jessa as a gift, and while the hand pendant seemed a little odd for a present, he did say Jessa was kind of weird and he loved her for it. On Stephanie's blog, right after Jessa went missing, she posted the following. Thinking of hanging these around the place. I hope they work? I am hoping they do. She's been gone a while now. A week later, someone asked Stephanie what those little stones with the hands on them are and if they stand for anything. Stephanie's response? Back home, there was this nice old lady who ran this souvenir/antique place. She had a sense of sophistication but spoke with an odd accent. The The store wasn't very profitable, but her husband was well off, so it was literally a labor of love. I haven't seen her in quite some time or any of her relatives. She told me that they were meant as a sign of protection. Hell if I know. The necklace Jeff bought was a protection charm for Jessalyn to wear, and the secret behind the symbol was hidden on Can You See the Words for us to find. Jeff had tried to protect Jessa, his heart. He tried to protect Alex, his blood, and he lost both. Then, even when the Guardian had been wounded, he kept going, only to lose everything he loved and die at the hands of a god. And beyond the comparisons of the Guardian to Jeff, we have more evidence that draws Vinny to the Voyeur besides the image of an eye on his playing card. The Voyeur shall watch from an emotional distance, insisting upon maintaining their strength. When first facing the reality of their situation early in the story, Jeff tells the gang he wants to quit. He's too freaked out by what's happening. Vinny is adamant about continuing on. If they stop now, whoever's tormenting them will win. Then, just before the firebrand self-immolates and succumbs to its demon, we learn, the Voyeur shall remain idle to all who see, however busy he may be beneath. In the video Dead End with a Pulse, Jeff goes to Vinny's house to reveal all the information that he's been compiling on their case. We may not have seen Vinny do any of this until now, but clearly he's been working on finding out what's happening to them. Now, we haven't seen Vinny swallow Justice's sword, which may have much darker connotations, but the final act has only just begun. If Habit's play is actually a prophecy, it is still in motion. The alignment of Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian lines up very well with the playing card assignments. We've seen the events described and the titles of the roles fit each character. The only issue now is a point brought up earlier about the Everyman character. Habit has done a very good deal to link Vinny to the role of the Everyman. If he's playing the Everyman, how can he also be the Voyeur? This is the one problem that throws everything we've just established into a tailspin, resulting in a few more theories and branching paths of possibilities. The first possibility goes hand in hand with the straightforward approach that assigned the roles of Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian. Vinny can be both the Everyman and the Voyeur, but only if Jeff and Vinny are the Everyman too. Together, the three of them may form an Everyman hybrid. Vinny Everyman might be your base model, but Evan and Jeff are needed to complete the image. Just look at the way the series has been titled, Everyman Hybrid, with the hybrid portion capitalized as if it's making a very important statement. Now, is there a way to reconcile this theory with what we learned from the guys who sat around the candles? Yes, there is. While the group in this universe has a lot more knowledge of everything going on, they don't seem to be fully aware. Vinny's premonition of something big coming is vague, and Evan doesn't completely understand what Habit is doing for his contest. The guys may be under the impression that Vinny alone is the Everyman, while all three of them are actually needed together for the role. In this way, the definition of an Everyman for whatever game is being played comes down to equal parts Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian. The other alternative is that Vinny really is the Everyman and he doesn't fulfill any other role. That would leave Jeff, Evan, and Stephanie open to assume the titles of Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian. And Stephanie actually works very well as the Voyeur. From the moment we meet her, she's off on her own, keeping herself at an emotional distance to the situation regarding Slender Man, attempting to stay strong. In doing so, she watches the world around her, observing without interacting. The other piece about the Voyeur that works for Stephanie is in regards to swallowing Justice's sword. As we saw, Habit killed Stephanie but made sure to viciously kill her baby in front of her first. Stephanie may be suffering punishment for her lack of action when it comes to everything going on. She stayed at home, blogging away, giving vague answers when she responded to questions and ignoring many others. Then, even when taken in by the guys, she couldn't offer any help and continued to stay out of sight of the camera. She wasn't doing anything. We didn't see her doing anything helpful and barely saw her at all. But that might be the actual point here. The Voyeur shall remain idle to all who see, however busy he may be beneath. This works incredibly well for Stephanie, or it would if it weren't for the part about he being busy. Habit has designated the Voyeur as a male. And this brings us to the final major issue. Habit, our unreliable narrator. We know that Habit has been guiding events all along and constructing a narrative of his own. We're following his vision, not the true events without interference. It's only because of Habit we're even dealing with this whole Voyeur, Firebrand, and Guardian and playing cards mess. And in attempting to assign roles based on evidence, we come to one very solid conclusion. When you try to reconcile character role theories with what Habit told Vinny about being the Guardian, None of it works. By all accounts of what we've seen, supported by the symbols Habit gave us and the descriptions he wrote, Vinny can't be the Guardian. He doesn't fit the description, and because we're already in the final act, the Guardian is dead and gone. He should not be up and walking around now on camera. The Firebrand has already self-immolated, revealing himself to be a violent god in disguise, and Jeff, the protector who lost heart and blood, already died at his hands. Habit is lying to Vinny and to us. Big surprise, I know, but it's not entirely clear what precisely he's lying about. For all we know, Vinny actually might be the Guardian and Habit just lied to us about everything inside of Box 5. Or the contents of the box could be true and Habit is lying to Vinny for his own reasons, which is more likely. And of course, he might also be lying about the voyeur needing to be a male. After all the evidence we've compiled, I'm much more inclined to say that Habit is lying to Vinny while telling us the truth, however. We've already seen the prophecy written in the Everyman play come to pass. It matches the playing cards and characters whose names were written on them too well. And knowing Habit's behavior, it would be just like him to make us watch Vinny be led astray while we know the truth. Habit wants us to watch these guys suffer, and he'll do his best to make sure that happens right in front of us. So with all the info collected and put together, we now face 5 versions of the Everyman play theory in descending order of probability. 2 on the condition that Habit is lying to Vinny, 1 on the condition that he's lying to us, 1 on the condition that he's lying to everyone, and a final theory based on the condition that he's telling everyone the truth. If Habit lied to Vinny but told us the truth, it means Jeff is the Guardian, Evan is the Firebrand, and Vinny is the voyeur. Together, they form the character of Everyman. In this scenario, the Everyman character is a hybrid of the 3 roles that Habit outlined, which explains the odd capitalization of their channel name. The hybrid part is slightly more important for viewers to study than the Everyman half. This also means the playing cards fit for our entire cast because Stephanie isn't a part of the hybrid. She doesn't apply to this, which is why her face has been blacked out. If Vinny is the Everyman and can't be anything else, it means that Stephanie is the voyeur while Jeff is still the Guardian and Evan is still the Firebrand. Habit probably lied about the voyeur needing to be male, and if he did, that means Stephanie is definitely the voyeur, and she'd be an even closer fit for the role than Vinny is at this time. We've already seen her punished for standing by and not doing enough to fix their problems. The voyeur has swallowed the sword of justice. Habit could have blacked out her face in the playing cards and claimed the voyeur is a male so we don't solve the puzzle entirely, which means his game continues and the show can go on while the guys remain clueless, as do we. If we did figure it out ourselves even with one of Habit's lies in the mix, he'd probably want us to come to the realization too late to help the crew. If Habit is telling Vinny the truth, it means that he's been lying to us and we can't trust a single thing from Box 5. The roles cannot be trusted. The definitions are false or they've been switched around between characters. Habit may also be committing a double bluff. He might be lying to all of us at once and there are even more sick surprises in store for the sake of the show. And finally, Habit may be telling Vinny the truth and didn't lie to us either. The only way this is possible is if Vinny has somehow ended up in a brand new iteration where he'll be playing the role of the Guardian. This just doesn't seem to be the case though. It's still the same old Vinny we've had all along and Habit just declared we've entered the final act of his show. When we reach an ending, when that finale comes, he is going to let us know it in a very big way. Again, the highest probability is that the Everyman play theory stands. Either Vinny is both voyeur and Everyman, making him 1/3 of a hybrid with Jeff and Evan, or he alone is the Everyman and Stephanie is the voyeur. It all depends on how much information Habit's given that you can believe, and because the series is ongoing, we may have clues come down in the future that ties this together perfectly. But for now, we do have to work with what we have seen and what Habit has given us. By his definitions through the playing cards and the 3 roles for his script, the first possibility is most likely to be correct. Vinny had an eye drawn on his card, Stephanie's face was blacked out, and all 3 of the guys are represented as Jacks. 3 of a pair, even if they're different suits. The misunderstanding on behalf of the guys in whatever universe they're in while sending around candles may explain why the iteration cycle is continuing. If they don't understand they're all the Everyman, they're no closer to breaking the cycle. But if they're right, it explains why Stephanie being missing from the circle is a problem. Without her, their set just isn't complete and they may need all 4 of them together to complete their unknown task.
was a lot to take in.
Is all of this a lot more complicated than we ever suspected?
Yes.
You bet it is. Thankfully, Vinny kept the camera rolling during his adventures with Habit, which means we can continue to pile evidence and solve this case. But for tonight,
hope
our
so.
detective work is at an end. There's not much more of Everyman Hybrid to explore at this stage. We're finally homing in on the truth. Or maybe that's just what Habit wants us to think. Our investigation will continue next time in the final installment of Everyman Hybrid Explained. If you've enjoyed this latest episode, you can let me know by clicking the like button and can leave a comment below as well. Make sure to subscribe so you can catch the finale of Everyman Hybrid Explained when it arrives, and be sure to subscribe to the actual Everyman Hybrid channel here on YouTube. If you've enjoyed what's been covered here, it's important to show some love for the original channel that has worked so hard to bring this series to life. You can also keep up with me on Twitter and Tumblr as we work our way through the rest of the Slenderverse. We're almost out of the deep woods, and there's a whole expansion of the Night Mind channel waiting on the other side for 2016. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and like a mystery that just refuses to be ignored, I'll be back again real soon. Sleep tight.
Okay, so my brain hurts. Okay, first off, go subscribe to Nightmind. Go check out his videos. But my brain hurts. That the last bit of information, I really didn't know what to take from it. If you've already seen Everyman Hybrid Explained, please do not spoil that last part. We're gonna learn it together in the next few videos. We're gonna all learn together what Nightmind just talked about, of who the Everyman is, and the Voyeur, the Firebrand, and the Guardian. We're gonna learn all that in the future, hopefully, but so don't spoil it. But my brain hurts. I was like, oh my, okay, so it was either like Habit's lying, Habit's telling the truth, someone's this, someone's that. I'm like, so there's like so many different paths or something like that. There's so many different scenarios. I'm like, oh my god, my brain. So I didn't know what to like talk about in most of this video because of the fact that we were just mainly watching videos that I've already seen when I did my reaction to Everyman Hybrid. So I was like, how do I react to this? Because I've already reacted to it. So I don't want to react to it again. Like I could, but I could just be saying the same stuff over and over again. So I just didn't really know what to say. So if it was a little dry, I'm sorry. But hopefully in the next few uploads in the next few explained videos, we learn more, and by my understanding, it's not going to be wrapped up in a nice, pretty little bow. But hopefully, we at least get a better understanding of the series that is so beloved, so loved. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, even though my commentary was a little dry, but still hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Liking and commenting helps the video get out into the algorithm, helps more people see it. Subscribe if you'd like to stick around and help my channel grow. Hit that notification bell if you would like to get notified when I upload next, because my upload schedule is not very consistent because I work I work a lot during the week. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, whatever time zone it is for you. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.